Tell the people where we at.
Man, we on the ATL, man, Atlantic Avenue. Yeah, Primo Burger number 5, man, where the Cross Atlantics, where we reside, man.
Is the Primo Burger right over here a destination location for a lot of homies to get food?
Shit, not really. This is a destination for homies to come, like, we going to Primo's and meet up, or you know what I'm saying? That's where we be at. This whole little shopping center.
And we're kind of on the border. Explain to us geographically where we're at exactly.
Right here we in Lynwood. We west from Rosecrans. Rosecrans right here. Right. Lynwood start right here on Macmillan. It's like the borderline, Compton, Lynwood. We sit between Rosecrans and Carlin. I'm Avenue Champp, man. I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father, I'm a member, I'm all that in one, man. That's my nigga Hunch.
I'm making me a Hunchy, straight out the Looters. I'm an artist myself.
Yeah, man, we right here at the link up with my nigga Alex one time, man.
And how are the Looters and the Cross Atlantics doing as two entities right now?
Oh, it's like Mario and Luigi. Shit. You know what I mean? Shit. One and the same, man. You know what I mean? It ain't even like we take up on each other's shit, because everything we do is together, you know what I mean? We make moves together, you know what I'm saying? We war together, everything. It been like that.
And I gotta say, and I gotta express, it's unfortunate how some of the East Side crews aren't as united as they used to be, specifically the mob, for example. There's been all these divisions and fissures, I wanna say since 04, off camera you said from 01, but it's been 20 years. Did you guys grow up with it being like that already?
Nah, hell no. We grew up, you know what I'm saying? I done spent the night at some of them niggas' houses, you know what I'm saying? Some of them niggas' mamas, aunties, got family over there, man. Shit just happened, you know what I mean? Shit, you gotta adapt to whatever the fuck go on, you know what I mean? You gotta adapt to this shit, man. But yeah, it's a little headache, but you know what I'm saying? Shit good.
Because I think Pirus initially was always supposed to stay united, so
yeah.
I guess either the generation after you or right around your generation,
yeah,
the funk started.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Shit, everybody very territorial. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got big nuts. You know what I mean? Shit, niggas bump heads with each other. You know how that shit happen. Money, all that little shit. You know what I mean? But shit, man, it's like that everywhere, not just right here. To be honest.
Okay, take me back to the beginning, man. Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up everywhere. I lived right here in the Rose Apartments right here on Cardwell. When I was young, my mom and them went to jail. Her and my pops, I was in foster homes, you know what I'm saying? Bounced around with my granny. She get out. I was in the house of Uhuru. You familiar with that? It's a halfway house on Figueroa. When somebody go to jail, they get out, they in drug rehabilitation. Your kids gotta stay with you right there. So it's like, yeah, I've been everywhere, man. I ain't really just planted in one spot, you know what I mean? So it's like I got the best out of all of LA County, really.
Talk about the foster care system. What led to that and what was that like?
What led to that was my mom and my pops, they ended up going to the pen and shit. So yeah, it was a real close friend of the family, you know what I'm saying? I looked at her as like my granny and shit. So yeah, she was a foster mother. So I went there for a couple of years. Man, and I was young though, so they didn't really teach me no type of discipline or nothing, you know what I mean? They was just taking care of a kid and shit. And I grew up with that side of my family, shit. And then bounced over here, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, ain't nothing real cool on a kid to go through, but shit, so I'm 39 now, so that shit's like many moons away.
How did your father and mom end up going to the penitentiary at the same time?
They used to sell Sherm, So that's the big drug people. They out of Long Beach. They from Long Beach. You know what I mean? They get raided, bam. You know what I'm saying? Take the kids. That's basically how that happened. My pop stayed in jail a couple of years longer. My mom, she did a couple of years and shit. And in order for us to go back with her, we had to stay with her in a little halfway house.
So how did Cross Atlantic become home for you?
Cross Atlantic became home for me because my sister is married to an older homie. This is like when I was around 10. Yeah, like around 10. So I left my mom's house at a very young age and started staying with my sister. And her husband was, I don't know if y'all familiar with the nigga CK Boo off Flamin'. he used to be rapping and shit, but it's Mad, Big Mad from the hood. But yeah, you know, just got up under him at a real young age, you know what I mean? And you know, around that time, that's the 90s. So everything around there is like, all I'm seeing is gangbangers and drug dealers and low riders and shit. That's fascinating to a young nigga, you know what I mean? Especially in the 90s. We was more fascinated with that shit like that rather than drugs and skinny jeans and shit. You feel me?
So when you was just a teenager coming up, my co-host to Streets and Scholars, he was already in his 20s running around here.
Yeah, here's
FG,
here's a man over here. You know, that's one dude I looked up to. You know what I mean? Like I look at him as another father figure. Like if I was to get married tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? He'd be at the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. Yeah. So yeah, I learned a lot from F. You know, with the hustling part. You know what I'm saying? Know how to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it gangster. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of the first things he told me when I actually went to the pen was, don't ever compromise your P-funk and don't explain yourself. You know what I mean? So I've been that shit run through my head every day. You know what I mean?
So during that time, I know he didn't catch his case. He didn't catch his Fed case till 04.
04, yeah.
So in the 90s, did you ever get to go to elementary or junior high around here?
No, I was in a I actually went inside, like around what time? What year?
Any years in your early childhood?
Oh no, I went to the D for like 2 months, shit, and I deleted D. And I went to Lakewood for like 4-5 months. Left that. And then my sister actually kicked me out. You know what I'm saying? So really, I graduated in the pen, man. I really didn't do no years really like that. I think I went to school up until like the end of like the middle of 10th grade. You know what I mean? And other than that, man, I was fucking up.
So you went to the pen at a young age, like 18, 19?
Yeah, yes, 18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your first adult case then?
Yeah.
So what was that like when you hit the county jail? I know that was crazy.
Shit, around that time all you hear is about, nigga, you was hearing about the 2000 flowing from the street. Shit, I wanted to see what was going on, you know what I mean? I knew it was so much gangbanging, but yeah, around that time, it was a gang of Crip and Blood gangbanging in the jail, you know what I mean? You know how that shit go. And it's my first time in that motherfucker. I ain't got nobody holding my hand, you know what I mean? So I had to take what I was doing out here into that motherfucker, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And it carried me through that shit. It wasn't as rough as you would hear though, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, shit, the way I was raised is like, that's like going through the streets, you feel me? But the average motherfucker, I don't think the average motherfucker would better deal with that shit versus now in the county where there's not too much going on, you know what I mean? But shit. And the police is beating niggas' asses back then, killing niggas, beating them up, you know what I'm saying, losing them in the system. Ain't none of that going on right now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had cameras in the county when we was going through that motherfucker. Shit.
Did they have the module, the blood module?
No, not at all.
That was already done?
Yeah, that shit been done, yeah.
So what are we talking about, like late 90s when you got up there?
Hell no, hell no. No, it was I got the county in 2005.
Okay, 2000.
Yeah, 2005. Yeah, 2005, it was, wasn't no walking the child, wasn't no modules, it wasn't no blood module. It was just like these floors, like nigga, the 2000 floor. That's where you gonna squabble up in that motherfucker. And, you know what I'm saying? Go to Wayside, and you know what I'm saying. That's it's just basically just little floors and you know what I'm saying, a little shit like that.
And then when you got to the penitentiary, how different was that from? How long did you spend in the county, and what was it like when you first hit reception?
I spent a year in the county when I first hit reception, going to the pen. I was really just ready to get my time over with, man. By then I was already accustomed to the jail shit, you know what I'm saying, to the grown-up jail shit, you know what I mean? The pen, I mean, I ain't, not to praise it, but I ain't had no bad experience, you know what I'm saying? I be hearing niggas be going to the pen, going through shit, and I ain't never really went through nothing that, like, when I was a victim, you know what I mean? Like, not at all. But yeah, I got to meet some great niggas in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I became close friends on the street. You know what I mean? Soaked up some game, you know what I'm saying? Got a little discipline, you know what I mean? And that's about it. But yeah.
Let's go back to what made you decide that, what was going through your life at that time when you decided that Cross Atlantic is something I wanted to be a part of?
Shit, it was really nothing too much going on in the streets. Back then, it was a lot of black and Mexican violence, you know what I mean? And everybody that was around this motherfucker, we, you know what I'm saying, we grew up together, you know what I'm saying, real friends and shit. You know what I mean? got our first sack together, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to break a gun down together, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck some bitches together, you know what I mean? It's like, it was more like these my brothers and shit, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really looking at it as like I'm joining a gang, you know what I mean? I was like, man, these my niggas, we doing this, you know what I'm saying? You fuck with him, you fucking with me. You disrespect this over here, you know what I'm saying? You disrespect us. So like, it really, to me, it wasn't really like I'm just so fascinated with the gang banging, because I didn't look at it like that, you know what I mean? This is my niggas and shit.